My name is Ian and welcome to Planted, my gardening channel. Now in this episode I want to talk to you about, we're in the depths of winter. It's still cold outside, we've got frost and snow, but we've passed the shortest day of the year. We're about a month beyond that, and you can already feel the increase in day length. Now that increase in day length is not much, but it's a signal to the plants that spring is around the corner. And what that means to you as a gardener is that now is the perfect time to start making plans to buy those plants that you want to grow rather than buying those plants that you end up with. Now, there's lots of ways to do this, and I want to share with you some options that I think would greatly benefit from you. There are more gardening magazines now than I ever thought possible. It's a huge multi-billion-dollar industry. Gardening and planting in particular is something that is very dear to my heart. So if you want to educate yourself, there's a whole bunch of magazines that can do that. And I want to share with you The Garden. This is the Royal Horticultural Society's magazine, and packed full of gardening, plant-centric advice and direction. I cannot recommend this enough. There's features on plants, there's features on techniques, and there's features on products. And you get this if you're a member of the Royal Horticultural Society. Now, this is based in England, and I live in America, and this gets mailed to me. So I'm delighted to be able to get this, and I cannot recommend this enough. It takes away a lot of the myth and mysticism and hand-me-down incorrect advice, and gives you straight up what can be done, what should be done, and what is the preferred way to do it. So this is a great source of information and guidance. We then have, on top of that, a whole bunch of specialist nurseries that do, in fact I've got two here. This is two different catalogues from Select Seeds. They're based here in Connecticut. And seeds are the best possible way to make your spending dollar go further. I promise you this. You could actually spend $20 on seeds, have too many, and change the color of your garden this year. So have a look for Select Seeds. I bought from them in the past and thoroughly enjoy working with them. So that's a seed vendor. We've then got nurseries that can sell you plants, small potted plants in mail order. Prairie Moon Nurseries is one of them. I haven't bought from them, but I know that they are highly regarded. One of my absolute favorites is Plant Delights. I've talked to you about Plant Delights before. Every year they bring out this very snazzy cover to their catalogue. This is filled with the most exquisite plants that you will just not find in garden centres. There's plants in here that I've never even heard of, and I'm a dyed-in-the-wool horticulturalist, and every now and then you see something and, well, where did that grow? Where did that come from? So this is a great source for plants. So we've got Select Seeds for seeds, and Plant Delights for plants. Now, in the industry, the landscape industry, there's specialist growers that will sell to other nurseries, and then those nurseries then sell them to garden centres and outlets. Here's a nursery that does trees, spectacular bare root trees that are then sold on within the industry. So these catalogues and magazines represent to you the most remarkable way to get plants into your garden. Very, very affordably, without wasting your money, and also quite choice. So I cannot recommend this enough. Go out there, get yourself some magazines, get yourself some subscriptions, go down the mail order seed route, that's one way, go down the mail order small plant route, which is another way, and then don't forget to educate yourself with good magazines, such as the RHS, the Royal Horticultural Society's magazine. There is no doubt that a lot of the money that is spent on gardening doesn't actually gain any traction. The $10 here and $50 there, a year from now, do you actually see it? And I want to encourage you to spend your allotted budget on good plants that will thrive and grow and give you what you want. Now I've got beside me my trusty salvia. I featured this in a previous video a couple of weeks ago. And I just want to show you how much it's grown in the last few weeks. You can see here that we've got lots more flowers coming out, and that is the color that you get. So if you like this color and you don't know this plant exists and you haven't bothered to look for it, it's by chance that you might end up with it. Whereas if you start to educate yourself and look at these magazines and you see that there are these spectacular colors, you can go out and find it because you know what you're looking for then. So leave you with this thought. If 2 years ago you had invested $1,000 in plants and seed in your garden, and then last year you did the same again, could you imagine how your garden would look this summer based on those good choices for your zone? We're not talking about hoping a plant will live. It's by gardening with intention that the $1,000 2 years ago would have taken traction, literally taken root, and the $1,000 last year would have done the same. And this year, when you start looking for your choice plants, you can limit your focus and not try and cover too much ground too quickly. This is the benefit of good choice plant selection with discipline rather than just blind optimism. So I hope that's inspired you to get out there now. We're in late January and gardening season's around the corner. You can start to get your magazines, put your orders in, and then have that wonderful adventure where you track your order being delivered to you across the country. And then once we get into February, and then certainly in early March, you can start to sow your seeds and get them ready. In future episodes, I'll be talking to you about propagators and taking your own cuttings. And this plant will be featured in that video too. So thank you very much for watching. Tell your friends and family. It's going to be a great year of gardening. Bye for now.